everybody. Welcome to City Life. My name's Linda Bown. I'm going to be your host this morning. It is 4 degrees out there. It's very cold. Bundle them up. I came bundled in. I had multiple layers on, so it is freezing. It's not bad enough we got almost 2 feet of snow, but this is
we got 2 feet in Lowell.
Yeah.
I think we did anyway.
Yeah.
What'd you get in Tewksbury?
I don't know. To me it was almost up to my waist.
Wow.
But see, I'm on top, like you, I'm on top of a hill. You across from the common.
Yep.
I get the drifts. And so,
Well, they battled through it yesterday, broke a lot of stuff, but to be expected.
Yes, my snowblower broke, so I'm going to reach out to get somebody to plow. I'm done. I used to like snow blowing, but I'm done.
I love plowing snow. I'm not even going to let my son Joe does it all now. Just stay in the house.
Yep, it's time. I have to say, watching the snow and not having to go out was quite nice.
Yep.
It's just that we don't have to go anywhere or be anywhere, but it's just, again, the snow isn't bad, but when you get this cold, this frigid cold, it's just, now I know it was fluffy, but 2 feet is 2 feet. I don't care how fluffy it is. It's still a lot of snow.
The 4 degrees is what's getting you today.
Yeah.
That wind ripping right through you.
Yeah. Our birds are all very happy. I made sure I have all the bird seed and everything for them, because they're not going to find anything out there.
No, they're not. Can you drag that mic a little closer to you?
Sure.
And then aim it at your mouth.
So, since Sam isn't here yet, last week I wasn't here. Va, my partner, we went in, he was going to have a hernia operation, pre-op, down to West Roxbury, off we go, going to be in and out, So he goes in for the vitals, he comes out, they come flying out, put him in a wheelchair, whisk him off to the emergency room and right up to cardiac ICU.
Wow.
No symptoms. He kept saying, "What is going on? There's nothing wrong with me." His heart rate was 35.
Amazing. He couldn't tell.
He couldn't tell a bloody thing. No, so if he hadn't gone for that, he never would have made it through this weekend, obviously. It just, they were all looking at him. I was looking at his EKG that was almost flat, and I sort of went, oh, this is not a good sign at all. And the VA, they're fabulous. They're fabulous. I can't say enough about them. This is the second encounter he's had with them, and there's just a cast of characters that come in. There are 5, 6 docs that come in all the time, and of course it is the Harvard medical school that's there, so which is good. But finally, the vets really, and they have the Fisher House, which is attached to it. They have a house that relatives stay in.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I didn't have to go back and forth. And it's just amazing, John. They put a pacemaker in, 2 wires, bing, bang, fit as a flea.
And he's home the next day.
Unbelievable.
That's the part that surprised me.
Yeah.
That he was home the next day.
And his heart rate is fine, and his blood pressure is fine. It's interesting to watch how your blood pressure compensates. Like his blood pressure was up to compensate for your body does amazing things. But now it's hard keeping him down. He wants to drive, and he sees.
Well, he feels like himself.
Yeah.
Probably better than himself.
Absolutely, because he didn't realize, he was taking naps and stuff, but hey, he's 80 years old.
Yep.
He jumps around an awful lot. We all do. We're fortunate. So I figured, hey, he's tired. Now it's like the ever-ready bunny there. He's just jumping around, wants to do everything.
I got to put up school, sadly.
Yes, there is school.
School's on time today.
I think Lowell's done an amazing job with the roads.
Well, you still can't park on the street.
Well, where are they going to put the snow? I felt bad for the people in the city. Where do you put the snow?
We send it to Tewksbury. LTC's broken.
Oh.
They had a pipe get frozen on the floor above them.
Oh,
And
dear.
it leaked into their, where they
Equipment?
have all their electronic equipment.
Oh, my.
So it killed all their electronic equipment. So they're going to be,
Oh, disaster.
sure is.
Well, that's the,
So
that,
they'll be down for a while.
yeah, it's just, just be very careful out there. I know I slipped in the snow, right under the car, zoom. It happens very quickly. So, and there's so much of it, as I say, and we've
You're
got
right.
drifts.
There's just so much, and you clean it up, and either the city plow comes by and fixes your wagon, and
Oh, they sure did. They sure did. I used to know all the people plowing. I don't know the people plowing anymore, so it was eye opener for me. But I know a good friend of mine, Joe O'Brien, plowed me out yesterday, and he came and he said, "Where would you like me to put the snow?" And it's sort of, I really don't care about anything else. It will melt, and we'll figure it out in the spring. Just put it wherever you can.
well, that was nice.
Yeah, very good. He is a nice guy. He called me at Christmas time, and his daughter had won a tree at the festival in Tewksbury, and he donated it to the seniors. And so
That
now,
was great.
oh yeah, they loved it. Beautiful tree, beautiful tree. And so now they're decorating. The executive director has gone out, and she's made sure they have all kinds of decorations. So now they're decorating it for holidays. And it's really nice. I'm enjoying watching. They get to come over and they have, together. And someone else donated this humongous TV. Oh my goodness gracious! It's huge. It's huge. We're lucky we have a wall big enough for it.
Well, the TVs just keep getting bigger and bigger and
It's
bigger.
bizarre. It's like a movie.
And it seems as if with the younger generation, curtains and drapes have gone out the window. They
Yeah.
don't have them in their windows.
Well, that's
So
silly.
as you're driving through the country, you can see these gigantic TV sets
Yeah.
stuck on their walls, and they're like, wow, that's a big TV.
Well, one thing I learned years and years ago, I was the energy coordinator for public housing, and I used to go out with a thermographic scanner in the night. That's when you're young, you can go out in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And
I used to do that too, but now Doc comes, oh, is it time for bed?
way too cold, yeah. But I was amazed. Just paper drapes. Just get a curtain and cause that vapor barrier. It makes all the difference in the world.
Warmer?
Oh, the heat doesn't escape.
Now, was this after triple pane?
This was before triple pane.
Yeah,
It
now
was just
triple
coming out.
pane, oh my God, you're getting new windows.
Yeah,
Yikes.
but if
What a
somebody
difference.
don't, and you don't have to go with huge expensive drapes, but do put something in the windows because that's going to make all the difference in the world, as far as keeping the heat in. It's
Okay.
little things, outdoor thermostats and stuff, and you definitely want it in this weather. We were lucky we didn't have the wind in this last storm, fortunately. So I hope everybody is survived it well and didn't do too much shoveling. Used a little.
Well, the shovel's behind now. Sidewalks, they don't exist.
Yeah.
Because I watched the plows come down the street, and our guys have already done the sidewalk. They just disintegrated the sidewalk.
Yeah.
The whole street. Pushed it all. And it's the heavy stuff.
Well, I noticed that. It's and no matter how light it is, those banks at the end of your driveway are not light and fluffy. They're
And
just
it's-
not.
Nothing you can do, but I have friends of mine that will stick their car halfway out into the street so the plow has to go around it. And
They get them in
these
the
plows just put the snow on the hood of the car.
Well, it's this particular, but I'm kind of impressed driving in and in the roads in Lowell. You kind of expect it in the towns because we know we have to move it, but they got the snow really off the roads because another one's coming. So
Well, that's wisdom. When they push it back extra, that's wisdom. And one of the girls on TV this morning was talking about she saw the state pushing the snowbanks back on the highways this morning.
Yeah.
When she came in at 4:30.
Yeah, it's early. Well, the nice thing about coming in early is that you don't have any traffic. But already, though, you can't see. You can't see coming out of streets, so be very, very careful.
Yeah.
When you're driving, you can't go down a street the way you normally do because they just can't see and they're trying to edge out.
Well, some of the new cars, like one of the cars we has Toyota Sienna, I think they call it, and you can press a button and it has a front camera.
Ah.
It looks out from the front license plate both ways.
Nice.
Ellen's car has that too.
Yeah.
And that's an up and coming thing. A camera on your front license plate.
Oh, and definitely, I do wish I have older cars. The thing that I'm terrified in parking lots, because people they're oblivious. They're on the phone. They're here. They have no concept that you're driving a vehicle or you're trying to get out of a parking space. They just don't. They assume they're there.
Well, they might be texting.
Yeah, they're doing something because they're not, Yeah, a lot of them are. They're either on the phone or they're texting, and they're not aware of their surroundings, which is, first of all, quite dangerous in this day and age.
Should be taught in grammar school.
Well, and just from a safety point of view, there are too many,
Well, the kids, even riding bicycles. They ride the bicycle, they just ignore the traffic light. I don't have to do traffic lights. Yes, you do.
Well, they've got earbuds in. They don't even hear you. That's the other thing. They do not hear you.
That's true.
Which is another frightening thing. So, and that's a problem with the snow. The wonderful snowblower people, that they can't hear you.
Well, the snowblowers, when you're in the city, I see my neighbors and my friends, they blow the snow back into the street, and they're like, why don't you blow it onto your lawn? Why are you doing it that way?
I know. Well, there's always some that do that. They shovel the snow out of their driveway. It's just coming back.
Well,
there's no other
the
place.
best excuse I hear, well, I'm afraid I may pick up a rock and I'll put it through my window. Which is a good excuse to send the snow back to the city. But after, and then you get a real growl in your spirit when the city kindly takes all the snow that you've blown all over the place and puts it back in your driveway.
Yeah. And this one's for you.
Yep.
Well, one thing if you ever do, anybody that snow blows, and we've all done it in our lives, something sticks with you when the weather's nice in the spring and the fall to pick up all the sticks so you don't break a shear bolt.
Yep. Well, I have a habit of walking around the day before a storm, pick up whatever stuff might be in the snowblower's way, and just get rid of it.
It's just something you learn the hard way at some point.
The expensive way. I broke the snowblower.
Yeah. I always have had multiple shear bolts. And
they actually have them in the garage, ready to go, or in the kitchen, ready to go.
Oh, yes. Yes, I have a whole little bag of them.
That's a girl.
Yes.
Shear pins are good.
I have a wonderful snowblower. It doesn't owe me anything. I have to get it fixed because the carburetor it's old. Bown used to have, when we had the office, he had one of these big, huge snow blowers with the roof and everything. And since he was off at the hospital or something, I always ended up doing the snow blowing. And I slipped and I fell backwards and it fell on top of me. And it was fortunately, it was across the street from the fire department because I wasn't going anywhere.
That's lucky.
So I asked him for Christmas that year to give me a snowblower that I could use, and it's a wonderful Arian snowblower. So
my wife bought these wonderful air cleaners, and when it gets in a bad mood, it starts making a noise.
Yes.
So I just shut it off.
Now, my neighbor they've really done a lot with these electric snow blowers, the smaller ones.
Oh, we got one of those. No, we got a full-size electric snow blower. It goes like the dickens.
Yeah.
And my son Jackie loves that thing.
Well, it's certainly a lot easier, isn't it? Now, you must have generators. Do you have a generator?
No, we don't lose power in the city. Even Tewksbury, we haven't lost power at all.
Really?
But we're across the street from the fire department and
Ah.
the police department. So they take good care
Yeah,
of us.
that was the office. I never had to worry about it.
Yeah.
We always had power there for the same reason. Yeah, that was one of my big things, making sure the generator was all set.
My sister Lisa, she's got one of those Generac ones that
That's what
turns
I've
on
got.
automatic. Oh, she can't even tell the power's out.
Yeah.
But I have driven in her neighborhood when it's dark, and she's like the only house in the neighborhood that has a generator.
Yeah.
Fascinating to look at how wonderful her house looks when there's lights around the neighborhood.
When Bown passed away, one of the first things, we had a generator, but you had to pull to start it.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I did was get one that I just push a button, and
Oh, really? It's automatic now? Good for you.
so it just makes you, gives you a sense of not dread and worrying about, because sometimes they do lose it for a long time.
Oh, when a tree's down, it's down.
Mm.
And you're on a list I guess there was only 800 people who lost power all over New England yesterday, which was not bad.
No.
But there wasn't snow, there wasn't wind and clingy snow.
None of that ice that dooms you. Of course, that's the other thing. I've made over the years, made sure that I look around the yard to see if there's any tree that's going to fall on me.
Yeah, you don't know when a tree's going to go.
No. So I make sure that everything is operating, and so.
I'm still over here working on Facebook the way we want to get it. And I'll go with the text messages after that.
Now, did you? Now, we didn't lose anything, any signals or anything on our cables. You didn't, did you? Well, I suppose you did with LTC.
The only one is down is LTC, and again, because LTC had a pipe freeze in the building, not their pipe, just a building pipe froze, and it rinsed all our equipment out. All our equipment's going to be replaced.
Wow.
It was all up and hot and running. It got doused with water.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's gone.
And now Comcast will Comcast? Do they put the bill for that?
No, I talked to Adam McCoon yesterday. He's the big cheese down at LTC. And I asked him, is there insurance? Yeah, we're fully insured, he said so.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Because just thinking about that.
What a mess.
Yeah, we worry when our little cell phone is out, let alone.
But they had city council on last night. They had it on, it wasn't on TV, it was on YouTube. So I watched it. I watched a little, until 8 I watched it.
Oh, and anything exciting?
No, the manager's trying to create some sidestep to stop talking about the $50 million. They went over on budget on the high school. So he's trying to get some glee out there. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Lowell's a fabulous city. Yeah, Lowell blew $50 million extra, Tommy. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. That's not something you can just pick up and.
No, but it's the thing is, on the school, I would just finish the project, then I'm going to sue the construction company and all the people who said you're all set.
Yes.
Do it after the fact. Get it done. Let's get it done. Get the kids back in there. It looks magnificent, the stuff that's done.
I was amazed. I hadn't been by the school in a long time, and a few weeks ago I went by, and it was just, very impressed.
Looks great.
Yeah, I hope they get them in quickly, even though they're not. I suppose I don't know how they can make a mistake like that, but
I don't know either. It's like these departments that come in looking for overtime money. Well, why didn't you put it in your budget? You used so much overtime last year. Why didn't you put it in your budget this year? And the council doesn't know the word no. No.
they know, you're absolutely right on budgets that they don't take that into consideration because they know you start. That's where you start. You know that you're going to have at least that much.
Can you imagine if the airlines did that? Oh, we didn't put enough fuel in the plane, so we have to stop in Rhode Island. We just took off in Boston. We have to land in Rhode Island and get fuel. We under budgeted on fuel.
Well,
Welcome to Lowell.
well, it's all the municipalities, I suppose. It's not their money. So they think it's endless.
True.
I don't, when's Colin coming in? I know he got sick, so he canceled.
I'll look for him in a minute.
Yeah, I'll have to reach out and see when he's going to come in, because things seem to be going along very smoothly in town.
Jay's got a bunch of messages here. We'll grab Jay's.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody be very careful out there if you're just tuning in. It's 4.
Yeah, sorry, you got to bring little Linda and little Johnny to school today because
Yeah, it's 4
they
degrees.
should have had the day off. But
And there's no way for them to walk because the sidewalks are all full of snow. So everybody be careful.
and thanks to the union, you can't have remote learning anymore. Doesn't count in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Thanks to the union.
Really?
Yes, I'm going to blame it on the union because the union, they let their teachers pass kids that don't need to be passed. Excellence has gone right out the door with the unions. It's all about give us our money. And Draken's having problems with their custodians don't want to do their job, so they're going to outsource them. And the union's saying they can't make us do our job. They can't make us. That's my takeaway from it,
Ooh.
based on no facts, just what people put into my ear. And they will fire you. You're going to be gone.
I have some good news.
Oh,
some
good.
interesting news. There's going to be a new member in my little family.
Oh, congratulations.
Amanda is pregnant.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do we have a forecast on the gender?
No.
Okay. Well, good.
I don't think they will. He never did with the others, so we're
When's the
Nick-
baby coming?
August.
Okay.
August
It's
17th.
going to be a hot summer for her.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so there will be 5 between the two of them. So that's going to be a handful.
Sure is. Daddy's got to make some bread.
Yes, yes. And they're all hockey players so far. So that's kind of, he coaches 2 of the teams. And so I get to go watch them all skate.
Well, I forget who told me. Grandchildren are the reward for not killing your children. And it's just so true.
Yes, it is.
Because grandkids, like yesterday, we had little Luke was at the house yesterday. And boy, that kid's funny.
Don't they love the snow?
Stuff he comes out with is just remarkable.
Well, the kids are so smart today.
And they just plain make stuff up. Oh, Papa, look at this buffalo out in the yard. Oh, okay. Thanks, honey. I never saw a buffalo in the yard before.
Yeah, it's great. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a big surprise.
So how many do you babysit at a time, or do you get babysitting that much? 'Cause
I do.
You with 2, do you still have Walmart too?
No, I have not been.
Walmart's gone?
Walgreens.
Walgreens, okay.
I have not. I think they weren't pleased. The one that did the scheduling, because I just I finally said to them I didn't mind filling in a lot, but then when I got the job, the guy thought that I could work later shift and I could close every night at 10. And that I said no.
Was not working well?
No, that didn't work well for me. And
No, it's after dark.
And Bob would drive me because he didn't like me coming home that late.
Yeah.
10 o'clock is late.
Yeah.
So, and I'm in the winter. No.
No.
So I came up with. It's interesting. You can go online and you say when you're available, and so I guess he didn't like my schedule, so I haven't been scheduled. So
That's too bad.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Enough is enough. I can only do so much.
So we got all these from Jay. And it says,
Okay.
Good morning. Listening to the governor explain climate change and a net carbon zero by 2050 is a thing of the future, a load of nonsense. Likely it's true. During the city council meeting last week, Every counselor was in a fit about ICE. Not one brought up American citizens murdered by illegals. What a shame. A friendly reminder, clean around the exhaust pipe from the furnace. Most people don't think about it.
And your dryer vent.
Dry vent, good idea too. Without fuel, those generators are useless. What say you, Governor?
Well, yes. Yeah, and make sure you have clean, stabilized fuel. I know. But it certainly beats sitting in the dark and in the cold.
Oh, yeah, thank God for central heating. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends, they have these, it just has a section of the house, and they're tickle pink with the new stuff. I forget what the heck they call the things. The split units they have.
Yes.
Those things are fabulous. And you do the wood pellets, right?
I do, yeah.
Nice and toasty.
Very, very. And Lisa lives with us, and so she's younger than we are, and so she's the queen of the pellets.
Oh, good. She keep
So-
you stocked up nice.
And we've got 2 stoves. We've got one downstairs. I've got a finished cellar, and so it keeps all the floors warm, and it's a nice heat.
It's good to get home,
Yes.
nice and toasty. I look
Yeah.
at these little. Do you have an electric blanket?
Yes.
Oh my God, those things are wonderful.
Yes.
I put it on before I get into bed, and honestly, it's like climbing back into the womb.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Oh, this is great.
And I have wonderful down comforters.
I'm going to try to catch this person. Why? This is what it's going to. This person's not walking their dog.
Oh.
And when the school kids start, it's going to be. I'll tell you, if open up a brand new package of patience, because you're going to need it this morning.
Yeah.
Because once the school kids start, you can see the amount of traffic out today. People trying to go to work. It's going to be a rough day.
It is, because people have sort of had a bye for a couple of days, and now it's back to the real world.
Yeah.
But at least
And it's 4 degrees, and it looks like the wind's died down.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. 4 is 4.
That's right.
The wind is only, you notice it if it's 12, and that brings it down to 4. But 4 is still 4.
Let me check my phone. I think it was 4 a while ago.
And it was just freezing at the top of the hill in Tingsboro. So, bitter, bitter cold.
So school is on time today, kids. Sorry. Don't throw snowballs at the TV. It's gone down to 2.
Oh,
It's 2 in low. According to my phone, 2 degrees.
that's just,
Extraordinarily chilly.
it is. I don't remember it being that cold. We haven't had a winter like this for a while.
No, I richly agree. It's chilly.
It's
It's chilly.
usually though you either get it's very cold or you get snow. We're getting it both.
Yes. Now they're bragging about what's called a snow bomb for the weekend. I don't know what a snow bomb is, but we're going to get one.
Yeah, we can watch from inside.
Yep. I'll be looking out the window.
I assume that it's going to be a northeaster if we get it, so you'll have the wind, which is not good.
Well, I can look at the weather, but
So-
everything's it's a weather. It's Tuesday. It's 5 days away. It's a wag. It's
It's
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
It's Wednesday. So
Sunday. So when is it coming?
we
Sunday?
got 4 days away.
Were you excited about the Patriots? You're not a big.
I enjoy watching the game. I'm sick of hearing about it.
Yeah.
The best story I heard was Bob Kraft, that cop that got killed. His funeral was last week or 2 weeks ago. Kraft is sending his family to the Super Bowl, so that was nice of Bob Kraft.
It's
to
a
do
nice. It's a nice gesture.
that. Nicest story I heard all week. But
Yeah.
the fact that the poor quarterback, they won't leave him alone. They want his back to be broken or something. I don't know.
His shoulder. Yeah.
And he gets on TV and says, "No, I'm fine."
Yeah.
And they were also, there's a rumor going around, the guy just got off your
Yeah.
TV and said he's fine.
Well, they got to have something to talk about.
Leave it alone. Ellen, my wife, she says, "John, you're going to watch this for 2 weeks. And if we win the Super Bowl, it'll be for 2 weeks after.
And what about that other? There's going to be another halftime, isn't it? The Kirk. They're going to do. They're doing it, and so that people don't have to watch the halftime at the Super Bowl. There's going to be another one. I don't know what channel it's going to be on. But
They're going to have 2 halftime shows?
yeah, but it's Charlie Kirk's wife is sponsoring it, and Dolly Parton and all the country singers are going to be participating in it.
I haven't heard that.
So that will be very interesting.
Yes, it will be.
Well, I think for a different generation, I mean, a younger generation likes the music that they're playing at the halftime on the football, but that...
Well, halftime used to be when you go out and eat,
Yeah,
but now you just go out and eat whenever you feel like. There's so many commercials.
I know,
You can go out and eat anytime you want.
I know.
So it's a good time. My son Jack, he'll probably have a spread down his house. And so we'll get out there and
Yeah.
eat up a storm.
Yeah, we might go to the Legion in Chelmsford, I suppose.
And when I get sick of the noise, I'll just come home.
Yeah.
Because I have the
Well, the other thing is, it's so late now. It doesn't start till what?
Well, it's California time, so I'm going to start 6 o'clock there.
So you're talking 9 o'clock. People have to get up and go to work, supposedly, the next day.
Yes, that's true.
So,
I'm going to find what time is the Super Bowl. I'll ask Google.
and now the Olympics start before it, right? So I'm confused about that. Are the Olympics going to be on? The Super Bowl is going to be in the middle of the Olympics because the Olympics start, I think, that week. So you're going to have 2 huge events there.
What time is the Super Bowl 2026?
It's it's interesting that the Olympics are in Italy. The Special Olympics were in Italy, and last year Tyler Legassi took home the bronze in skiing, alpine skiing.
Linda, it's not bad. 6:30 Eastern time.
Oh, well, that isn't bad. I thought it was going to be much later. Seems to me it's been later in the past.
We'll put that on the screen.
Or maybe that's just everybody's partying later.
Well, they want to get the maximum outfit for their commercials. So 6:30 p.m. Super Bowl, a.k.a. Super Bowl LX, Super Bowl 60, set for 6:30 Eastern time. Sunday, February 8th. So,
Well, it wasn't much of a drought for the Patriots, was it? We got spoiled. You know, they've been. Although I remember when I was younger, it was a long time coming before they actually made it to the Super Bowl. So
true.
it's, but it's nice. I think it's like that Red Sox team when they first won the pennant. It was. It seems to be one. I love this coach. I love watching him. He's just delightful. He's totally uninhibited. He just gets so excited.
He gets excited during the game, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a joy to watch him and watch him with his players. And I love the fact that he hugs every single one of them when they go off the field.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He just brings something to the. When you think of Belichick, who had no emotion whatsoever on the field, and this guy, it's just a treat to watch him. It makes it more entertaining, for me anyway. It makes me smile. Not too much around that can make you smile these days, so it's good that we have some nice things like that.
Well, wasn't he a football player on the Patriots?
Yeah.
So he has good memories.
So he knows, he's.
What you need to have happen, that you're appreciated.
Well, and he appreciates what they're going through, because he's been there.
Yep.
And he's walked the walk, so to speak. And so, I like him. I think that he's an asset. I hope they don't get rid of him. I think he's brought a whole different, it isn't And you always heard that everybody said, "Oh, once Brady was gone, that was the end," and then Belichick and.
Well, Brady, he's on TV now, and so
Don't you love now? I love him as an announcer. A question for Mr. McD: on what month after a bad winter are the piles of snow in the lot gone?
usually April.
Yeah,
They can last through March. These
Oh, these are gonna, yeah. Although I don't know, you get some good warm days. It will be refreshing to see a halftime show with country music as opposed to music no one can understand.
I say bring back Janet Jackson.
Well, the lineup
was that the girl who's exposed herself?
Yes.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. The halftime that Erica Kirk has lined up, but again, I don't know. Does anybody know what channel that's going to be on? But it's going to be.
I'll just do Erica Kirk halftime show.
It's Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, all of the country singers are going to be there, and kind of a refreshing thing to watch. Hopefully, yeah, there is Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's like 92 now. It's quite amazing to me.
Yeah, this like typical of Google. There's way too much information here. This is USA Today talking about Bad Bunny. I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
I have no idea.
There's Erica Kirk and Nicki Manager. So there's something going there. So J.D. Vance is going to be there. I couldn't find a time, Linda.
Well, if anybody knows, call in, let us know what channel it's going to be on.
I'll keep mooching around here.
It's,
Lucky you guys can watch me mooch around unless I don't have to worry about LTC because they're not broadcasting us today. So don't have to worry about the word police. And because they are.
Well,
All-American halftime show lineup.
there it is.
It's coming at the speed of the internet. Everybody's using the internet this morning.
Well, I'm sure. Well, I imagine there's still going to be people from home as well. There it is, Alan Jackson, George Strait. Wow.
I don't know any of these people. Willie Nelson, yeah.
They're all country.
You know, it's funny when they'll show the camera of, I'll use William Shatner. William Shatner, after a long day, he's got a wheelchair ride out to the car at the airport. And, of course, that's what they put on TV.
Yeah.
It's just the guy was all worn out. Can you want to ride in a wheelchair? Yeah, I'll take a ride. The guy's like 90 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm going to guess Willie Nelson, same thing.
92, I think.
Don't show Willie in the wheelchair. Let's just get him to the stage and let him do his thing. There's still no time there, though, Linda. There's Willie. He's looking like $1 million.
But there's a whole lineup of female singers as well, all the female country.
Tickets on sale now.
It will
I thought it was going to be on TV. Legends. PDF. I don't want to do this.
I really expected better things in the country after Charlie Kirk was shot. I thought that would tone things down and stop with the rhetoric. It's just too negative.
Oh, Bad Bunny. He is the show at halftime. Out in California.
Okay. I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
I don't know Bad Bunny.
I haven't even heard my
He doesn't come to the cookout.
granddaughter talk about Bad Bunny either. So
There's Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, Usher.
those were the years before.
I like Snoop Dogg.
I enjoy him. I think
He's a
very
wild guy. I like.
he's entertaining. Yeah.
Now they're all good. Beyonce's having a halftime. Maybe this is the past.
Yeah.
This is from ABC News talking about the turning point analysis.
But I keep seeing it advertised on Facebook, but I don't know what channel. I don't even know what channel the Super Bowl is on. Is it Fox this year? No,
I'll go look.
I don't have any idea.
Well, the other TV channels are just shut down for the day. If you ain't doing the Super Bowl.
It's I find I don't. Now you stream, right?
No, I have cable.
You have cable.
Okay, I'm too lazy to get rid of.
I know Lee keeps saying we all should stream. I don't know that I could possibly manage that.
Well, both my kids stream. That's all they do. is
Yeah,
stream.
Dorian does. Yeah, that's that generation.
With a smart TV, it's. But setting it up is.
Well, every time,
That puzzled
every
me.
time, it's hard enough with all the channels on cable.
People
Without-
don't get sick of me rolling the screen in front of their eyes there.
Um,
If I see something good, I'll put it back up.
Okay, Yeah.
Yes, there is school today. Sorry.
and no sidewalks to walk on.
I'll check Channel 5 one more time.
Just be careful out there. Be careful of the kids. But kids should be walking, and this is 4 degrees. They need some help today.
Yeah, stay home. Bang out sick.
Oh,
Okay,
Nothing
this
like
is
a
Channel
snow day.
5.
well,
Closing-
everything was shut. Was anything open on Monday? I don't think anything was open.
Now that's it for the whole state. 2. Bar Senior Center. Sorry, no lunch at the Bar Senior Center today. And the Marlboro Public. No school. Everybody else, school on time. There's no delays there, no nothing. School's on time today. Sorry.
I know. I saw a flyer in Tingsboro. There, the senior center is going to be sponsoring some kind of program that they do that chair
Are they gonna do
exercise
lunch?
with music.
Are they
No.
going to do lunch? I keep beating up
No.
Colin about
No.
that. They're going to do lunch? No lunch in Tingsboro. You got
No.
to go to Chelmsford. Chelmsford has a good lunch.
Yes, you say that. I mean, they do Meals on Wheels, but they don't. But I
Well,
don't,
the Meals on Wheels is the lunch.
it is lunch.
Yeah. You just got to say, okay, I'm not going to take the Meals on Wheels. I'm going to have that Meals on Wheels lunch on my table and eat it there.
Well, they come to the housing. I know that.
Now, is it Tingsboro's truck delivering that, or do they outsource that?
I don't.
You can't know everything, so.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
That would be through the Council on Aging.
Well, they can outsource it.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't want to have.
That's
When you
what-
outsource, you don't pay retirement.
Oh, okay.
That's why outsourcing's so popular with the towns.
Because they used to have, of course, they had a lot of volunteers and seniors that were working
Yeah,
in the
but
kitchen.
once the volunteer finds out that the boss is making $90 grand a year,
Yeah.
they go like, I ain't gonna volunteer here. They don't need my help. She's making 90 grand a year. I ain't gonna do this.
Well, I know that has put a damper on volunteers, hasn't it?
Yeah. Once they find out what the salary is, you go like,
Well, people are finally realizing with nonprofits what the administrators are making.
yeah, the not-for-profit, it's just all the money left over at the end of the year, the executive director gets it.
It's really appalling. I mean, I don't begrudge them making a good living, but you
Just,
don't rate.
yeah.
It's just.
It's-
And how much is too? How much money do they need? When you look at I don't know what the administrative role general's making, how many million they're making now, but it's how much money do you need?
Linda, I'm
Is
with
it
you.
ever enough?
Look at our own, I don't know what's Colin make a year? Got any idea?
No, but it's not. I know he didn't take what Matt was making the previous, because he said I don't have the experience, which I thought was
That was wise. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah, we're very
I
fortunate.
like Colin. Good guy. Golden makes $1,000 a day.
Wow. Wow.
He goes, I know I don't. Well, you add up all your bennies and everything. Yeah, you're making $1,000 a day.
That's a lot of money.
And Lowell's a poor city.
Yeah. I mean,
We ain't Cambridge.
right. You're not Burlington.
He's making more than the governor.
It's, wow. And
Our
that-
city council, they think we're rich. We're not rich.
No, I think that's a. You know what we've got a new thing coming. Tingsboro came before conservation last night. They haven't really got the plans. Up behind Olive Garden, that piece of property that's been a real problem because there's a lot
How
of.
far does Olive Garden deliver?
Oh, I have no idea.
They started to brag that they're delivering them. They're like, I love Olive Garden. It's gone down to 1, Linda. 1 degree.
Oh, stop!
Yeah, it's gone down to 1.
Ooh, I don't want to leave. I'm not going to want to go out the door at 8:00. It should be getting warmer. No, I don't know. And I don't know that if you get the different groups that deliver independently, like Grubhub and things like that.
Well, I would think they're doing the huffing for them, but the Grubhub is only going to go so far, and if I order a plate of spaghetti, will it be warm when it gets here?
Well, they have those heating things, sure. I mean, you have those. Everybody has when they go to people's houses and they bring a dish. They're in a. You have.
Well, Ellen's
heating
taking
vents.
my third granddaughter, Morgan, is going for lunch today. I get with Nana, and they're supposed to be going to Olive Garden.
Oh, how nice!
So I wonder if-
How old is Morgan now?
It changes every year, Linda. I don't know.
Well,
She's got to be.
She's a teenager, I think.
I think
She-
she's 13. I think she's
13.
Yeah, 13.
Wow.
Maybe not. Maybe not. They give me a glass.
Well, Autumn is 9, so you know.
So this is from the audience. Jay sends these in. I wonder if Willie Nelson photo is AI generated. Well, I'd want them enhancing me if I look 92.
Yeah.
Colin 6 sounds like the MBTA during a snowstorm. Okay. And again, it's 1 degree outside with a little bit of wind. So please drive little Linda and little Johnny to school today. It's not a day to be standing at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Because even the bus will be
Now,
chilly.
But we walked. See, I had to walk to school.
Both ways.
It couldn't have been this cold.
How far was school?
Well, just under a mile.
You grow up in Tingsboro?
Yeah.
So you walked to school.
I walked to the Lakeview School.
I
And
walked to St.
Then I'd get
Peter's,
a
but
bus to the Winslow School.
It's not a freaking mile. It was down the street.
Yeah.
And
And nobody thought, but there were a bunch of us. The whole neighborhood walked, and
well, they used to execute pedophiles when we were kids.
yeah,
Now we
Yeah.
give them lunch.
yeah. Yeah. There was a whole group, though. You know, like the walk. That's why I hate snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. Because one of
You
the
and Indiana Jones.
well, this boy. I remember walking home by the Shipley house, and somebody threw a snake and it wrapped around my neck.
Ooh.
That'll do it to you. They thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
One of those childhood pranks today that have me in psychotherapy or something.
Well, I had a kid do 3 Stooges, poking my eyes, and I can still see his fingernail in my eye. And he thought it was funny.
Yeah? Well,
70 years ago.
and here we are.
Yep. Still there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, but we all, I mean, I go out of my mind when I'm behind these high school buses and they're stopping at every house, just about, particularly for the Vogue.
When you get behind a bus in Tewksbury, did you leave the door open?
Yeah,
The door open?
I believe so.
Okay. Hey, Sam, how are you?
Sam Meas
Okay,
is
the
here,
door should be open.
and he's running for Senate,
Thanks, bye.
State Senate. So we'll talk about it, see what,
Yeah, Sam was here yesterday, and I said, "You coming tomorrow?" He says, "I am." I says, "Yes, you are." So, okay, I'll see Linda in the morning.
yeah, I haven't seen Sam in a very long time.
So we're going to go off to break land for a minute or so,
Okay,
and we'll be back. Thanks.
1 degree, be very careful out there. Welcome back to City Life. I'm Linda Bown. I'm your host, and I have Sam Meas, a candidate for State Senate. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a very long time.
I haven't.
Since
Yeah,
John
I know.
McDonough days. There's a flash from the past.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
Like, what,
yeah.
7 years maybe?
Yeah,
Or longer.
and I know you did things with the veterans. That's how I got to know you in the
Mm-hmm.
past. How are the roads for you coming in?
Right now, I'm feeling very good. I look at the mail-in ballot, and there are many people who have requested mail-in ballot who are Republican, and my message has been out there loud and clear. And I am hopeful that many of those mail-in ballot requests will be turned in on or before February 3rd.
Tell me, how do they get? Now, I'm a Republican. How do you get a mail-in ballot?
So there are a couple, two ways. Well,
Okay.
three way in a, what? Two ways. The most basic way. No, you can't. It's too late now. The last day is 27. Yeah, it's too late now. You can't get them anymore. But just to answer your basic question, there are two ways to do it. One is to go to your city election office or town election office, request a mail-in ballot. You fill out the form. Very simple, very easy. And if you are a registered voter already, they'll mail you the ballot in a day or two. The other one would be to go to the Secretary of State, fill out the online form, answer a few questions, and that information would be sent to the city and town election office, and they will send that mail-in ballot to you right away. Now, because this is a special election, there is no early voting.
Oh,
No.
I was just going to ask.
It's a state law. It's a state law. I didn't know about that either. Until I started running and started
Makes
reading.
sense, though, the cost.
Yeah. The cost, it's the cost. It's tremendous, and
All of that is a big cost. I'm of the old school. I think it's a privilege to be able to vote, and you should go and vote on election day.
So do I, and I'm maybe I'm younger than you, but I think I'm very traditional in the sense that voting is a privilege, it's a right of an American citizen, and that people should vote on an election day. There should be only one day of voting. I don't believe in the mail-in ballot and all of that stuff because it degrades the value of voting, and cities and towns across the state has put in a lot of efforts, times, and energy, money.
Yeah.
To hold, polling places for people to come and vote, and only to have a very voter turnout. So, from a financial perspective, I think it's not a very good use of money of the city and town. We could use money for some other thing. However, if we do have a very high voter turnout and voting in person, I think that would be a great use of money and resource.
Well, if they did, they've tried everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have the mail. Now they always had absentee ballots.
They have, but in a very circumstances. I remember when I
then
had to
just
travel.
modify that. Just modify that.
Yeah.
I think that would do the trick.
Yeah.
That I always felt that it was nobody's business if I didn't feel well, or if I was going to be sick, or I was going to be laid up, that I shouldn't have to explain to the town clerk why.
Right.
I find that. So to me, modify the ruling of the law for absentee ballots.
Correct.
I think they ought to have an option, but this nonsense of they keep trying to make it easier, and the more easy they make it, the less they vote.
Correct. Yeah. I'm not sure how else to really encourage people to participate in the ballot box, but I think in this particular special election, people are very enthused on either side to come and defend their party, whether you're a Democrat and enroll or Republican. People want to see this special election as a limit test of how far or how much of a tolerance for them to have a one-party state. For those who want, to support the Democratic Party, it's a one-party state in this in Massachusetts. The Democratic Party has control, rule, and the party apparatus has controlled the state from City Hall up to the state legislature for the last 60 years. It's very powerful, and all those people who are supportive of the entrenched interests, the self-serving politician, they want to keep status quo in the system. They don't want to change. And for me, I believe change is good. I believe in plurality. I believe in democracy. I believe in diversity of thought and opinion. And most importantly, discussion, a fair, honest discussion on issues before they become law. At the present, because we have a one-party state, let's just be honest about it. We have 160 state rep, and I believe 130 or 140 of them are controlled by the Democrats. We have 40 state Senate seats, 34 of them as of today are Democrat, and 5 of them are Republican. So the imbalance is so stupendous, it's so big that it's more like, it's ridiculous. And people, I keep saying this, but it's become surreal. It has become more of a totalitarian state in the sense that the party in control, the party that has supermajority, can run roughshod on every single issue that come.
Well, I laugh when they talk about gerrymandering. What would you call Massachusetts? 47% voted for Trump,
Mm-hmm.
and we have not one single federal rep.
Correct.
Two Democratic senators, and every single congressperson is a Democrat. Now,
Right.
how is that not gerrymandering?
Well, to the Democrat, they're not called gerrymandering. They call it redistricting, and redistricting in their favor. Because when you are a party that has been in power for the last 60 years, can redistricting the way you want.
And it
is
is it's all about power, because
It is.
It's obscene.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
obscene.
Yeah.
I just I was a Democrat for years and years and years, and I always said the party left me, and I think most people feel that. It seems to be getting worse. I don't know what is going to happen. I
Well,
believe in two-party system. I like the idea
I
of a
do.
two-party system.
I do, and that's one of the reasons why I'm running. I am giving people in the first Middlesex district a choice this time. Whether they support my values, my principle or not, but at least I am giving them that opportunity, that choice, because we are living in a democracy. And when we don't have a choice, we don't live in a democracy anymore. Prior to me running in 2010 again, former Congresswoman Nikki Songus, no one ever challenged the Democrat. I challenged it, and as soon as I announced my candidacy, 3 other guys announced their candidacy as well, which is a good thing. And that particular race in 2010 was a very, very, vibrant, although I didn't prevail, but at least it brought about the enthusiasm of the voters. People, for the first time in a long time, have choice. And the same thing with this special election. For the first time in a long time, people have a choice now. You have a choice between the winner of the Democratic primary and the unenrolled and myself. So this is a choice. I represent a choice. I represent an alternative, and my candidacy I would consider it as it epitomizes the DEI, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's diversity, equity, and inclusion. Look at me. I'm a non-traditional candidate.
And you're a Republican.
And I'm a
to boot.
Republican. And I want to be inclusive because my value, regardless of who you are, whether you subscribe to my values or not, whether you're on one side of the aisle or the other side of the aisle, I want to work with you. The key is for us to work together, come to an agreement. But the most basic important things that I want to bring about in this election is common sense and accountability.
As a Republican, how are we going to bring down the rhetoric? How are we going to get people to be civil again?
So it's come from the top. Whenever we talk about rhetoric, we always look at the Republican, but we never look at the liberal side of things. The liberal side of things can always justify violence, everything else, in the name of diversity, in the name of democracy, in the name of freedom of speech. They use their minion, their foot soldiers, to distort everything there is. And whenever the other side, whether it's Republican or someone opposing them, rise up and speak up and stand their ground, they start in calling names, and they are very good at it. They've been doing it for the last 50 years, 60 years of calling people out, calling them names, calling them racist and this and that. Particularly if a white man start making statement, the left. Be honest. Be honest, my lefty friend, my Democratic friend. I have many of them. Many of you are my friend. But be honest. Be introspective of how the rhetoric of your party has been using against the opposition. Case in point, the Coalition for Better Acres conducted a meeting with, among other nonprofit organizations, I believe last Tuesday or last Monday. They exclude my candidacy from the invitation. And the CEO of Coalition Better Acre, in his response, Dan Rivera, a 2-term Democrat mayor of Lawrence.
Nice guy. I like Danny.
Yes, nice guy. But his reason to exclude my candidacy was that my name was not on with the Secretary of State. But remember, I've been announcing my candidacy, opening up my OCPF account all this time, campaigning. And if he truly believe a leader, a CEO of a nonprofit organization really truly believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, he should have included me in that invitation and participated. Moreover, Joe Espinola, a nice guy. I met with him. He's
I
the
like
only
Joe.
Joe is a good man. I met with him. He's the only candidate who accepted my phone call, my email, my text messages to have a conversation. They invited him. Upon entering the hall, there was no chair. There was only 2 chairs set up for 2 Democratic candidates to speak. And Dan Rivera had to scramble around and apologize to Joe profusely for not doing that. That's the problem with a one-party state. That's the problem when an organization, civics or otherwise,
Well,
who
and
get
they,
the
and
money
they laugh
from
at
the
their
state.
meetings. They laugh at their meetings about these things. They laugh.
They laugh.
They think it's funny.
No. You
It's
see,
rude, and the Democrats have forgotten what the word excellence means. Did you just ask any elected official? Name a department that pushes excellence out the door every day, please.
they came name one. right?
In the city of Lowell, the city of Lawrence, nobody stays back. The school teachers pass everybody. Thank you, Democratic government.
Yep. And no one speak up about it. No
State
one
police sleep in their cruisers.
Yeah.
Not okay.
No accountability. No, that's not okay. And that's why I'm running, because people, Linda, you may ask me, how are you going to win against, Ronnie Elliott or Vanna Howard, whoever, will prevail in the Democratic primary. The simple reason is I run on common sense. Common sense. We need to bring common sense and accountability back. Both Democratic candidate has done nothing to help lower the cost of energy. We all get utility bills, right? Gas bill, electric bill. There are two costs of it.
Yeah. No.
Well, the governor's developed a pay
Right?
later plan.
Yeah,
Pay
right,
later.
right. You have the usage, and then you have the delivery charge. Pay close attention between the usage and the delivery charge. Take that electric bill, that natural gas bill that you have. Look at it. Look at it. The usage is usually 1/3 of the delivery charge, basically. And the delivery charge, that's one thing that really, I'm going to use bad language here, please forgive me, that really ticks me off, just get into my skin. They charge you $10 to be a customer. Go back and look that bill. For the privilege of being a customer to National Grid or Eversource, they charge you $10.
And they both do.
They all do. And no one spoke up against it at all. And they all passed the buck. And then you have a litany of, every woke green energy agendas in there. They pay for this, pay for that. And another two things that the National Grid does is that they charge you for transmission and transmission. I'm sorry, transition or something, that's a line, I forget it. But it sounds the same to me, It like, why are you charging me two categories for all of these things? And then they charge you for the meter, just to have a privilege of the meter. They charge you for the meter too, and no one has spoken out against these outrageous charges. And, I blame the Democratic Party. That's because they've been in power for 60 years.
Well,
They have done
Sam,
nothing.
Being a small businessman, the customer pays for everything. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying the meter, who should pay for the meter?
This should be a one-time charge, not a regular monthly charge.
They
I
gotta-
can take it. Mr. Meas, thank you
the-
so much
the
for
gas
being a
company,
customer.
The gas company is coming to replace the meter, I'll say once every 3 years.
Yeah, but they have a capital investment, right? As a company, as a private company, they should go out there and issue bonds.
And they're making money.
They're making money arm and fist all the time from us. And that's why I think that we are being ripped off, right, left, and center. We're being ripped off by the state for the fees that they charge us, the taxes that they make us pay. You pay income tax at 5%, you pay sales tax at 6.5%, you pay excise tax, and a litany of other taxes on top of that. When we have an electric bill, we are a working family here. We have to pay all of this stuff, and no one spoke up for us.
Well,
None.
Last year, when the governor patted herself on the back, and they all did, and the utility company, we're going to lower your bills and just tag it on in the summer and charge you interest.
Exactly.
How bizarre was that? I just,
And not one word from the low delegation. You have Representative Tarrahong, Representative Vanna Howard, Representative Ronnie Elliott. Not one word. Oh, I care about the people. I care about you. I know how you feel. That's a bunch of baloney. If you do, you care about how I feel, how I live, how I struggle to pay bill, and how the people of this district struggle how to pay your bill. You stood up in front of the Capitol on Bacon Hill, right? You denounce this, and you would sponsor a bill. You would have worked with the auditor, Diana Zacklow, to audit this agency, and you would have called in the executive of this utility company to answer these basic questions. Because how can you be in a business and ripping people off right and left and center? That is unfair, inherently unfair. Now, there can be a compromise. As a customer, I'm willing to pay a one-time charge, customer charge. Fine, $10, take it. Meter, $50, fine, take it. And the rest of the stuff, no. You invest in the transmission line, in the power line, at your own risk, at your own cost. You don't pass all of that crap on to us. month after month, month after month. You should be financing those, transmission line costs, whatever, polling costs, whatnot, through debts issuing that your company do it. But National Grid is owned by a British conglomerate. They're ripping us off left, right, and center. And my Democratic representative have said nothing about this stuff. And now they're running for state senate. They have a job, a good paying job. Both Rodney and Vanna Harvard both sit on the Ways and Means Committee. Very powerful committee. No bill come to the floor of the House to be voted on unless it passes through the Ways and Means Committee. And that committee is the most coveted committee to be on. I don't know how they got to be on that committee. Rodney Elliott has been a state legislature for 3 years. Vanna probably 6 years now? I haven't kept track of them, I apologize. But for such a short seniority to be in the most powerful committee, the most coveted committee, for them to leave that's a loss for Low. And who knows what the future repercussion for them is, for abandoning that committee more or less to run for a state senate. Now, they said that they want to bring more pork, more money. And that's why they get a lot of support from the entrenched, self-serving local politician to support them. But what they are doing right now by running for state senate is to abandoning that commitment to help the people to bring the money to the district. That Ways and Means Committee is powerful. You can get a lot of money to the district. They should not have been doing that.
But the Democratic Party, they have to lockstep. They don't have a choice, or they're just going to be thrown under the bus. Now, the Republican Party, the powers that be, what do we do with them? They don't support candidates. They don't reach out. That's why the Democrats are successful. The party backs them. They cherry pick who they want, and then they throw the money and make sure they get elected.
That's the advantage of being a power party in power for 60 years.
Wait. If you've
They
got
have money,
this-
they have the machinery.
Yes, wait. You've got all these people that voted for Trump in Massachusetts. Let's just use that.
Yeah.
Those people want to be obviously represented. Where is the bloody Republican Party to step up and represent them?
I am a Republican candidate. I'm proud to be a Republican. Whether I get the support from the Mass GOP or not, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself, for my children, and for the people of this district. I want to represent the choice. If you afforded me that opportunity on February 3rd by getting me 300 votes right in, and then I will be on the ballot on my 3rd, I will be the candidate of change. Afforded me that opportunity, and I'll be sure to change the way that the Mass GOP operate. I will work tirelessly to promote and nurture a candidate from City Hall, school committee, outward. We need to change that mentality. We need to change that attitude. The Mass GOP is somewhat corrupt, as corrupt as the Democratic Party. The only difference is the Democratic Party is a machine.
They are.
They are a machine. They are powerful machine with money.
But it's just heartening. I watched Kyle. Kyle put on an excellent campaign. She worked hard. She might have actually won. I mean, the district had changed with Drake coming in. It's a different district than it used to be.
Yes.
It's for a conservative. A conservative could potentially win this district. And I can't wrap my head around the party not seeing that and saying, well, wait a minute, here's a seat we might be able to capture.
Right. I cannot answer, nor can I speak on behalf of the Mass GOP, but what I can say to the voter of the First Middlesex District is that afford me that opportunity. I am your choice between the same old, self-serving, entrenched, corrupt Democrat politicians or me. Afford me that opportunity. I will make a lot of noises, I will make some changes.
I got
It may
3
not
checks
happen
I want Linda to read. Out loud.
Citizens of Mass are being ripped off by its government for generations. I ask, why do they stay in a state that's not in it for us? Well, because we're all stuck here. The citizens vote for friends not the most qualified.
Yeah.
That true. be very careful running on common sense, as they say. It is the least common. And it's true. But I would say to all the people, remember, city councilors already work full-time for the state. They double and triple dip at the expense of the taxpayer, and then they pretend they care about the taxpayer.
Yeah.
It's, for all the conservatives out there, and whether you're unenrolled or you're a registered Republican, I think you owe it to yourself to go out and vote. Go out there and write in, and at least you have a choice. And I'm tired of people whining and saying, "Oh, well, I had no choice." Then step up and give yourself a choice.
Isn't voting
Exactly.
next Tuesday?
Yes, voting in next Tuesday.
Nobody's
primary.
bragging about it.
Nobody even knows.
Yeah. People don't pay attention, unfortunately, but my campaign is working very hard
Well,
to
this
ensure
is-
that they are aware of the
It's
primary.
Tuesday.
It's a special one. God bless you.
You can call it all the
And we're
wham,
gonna have
bam,
snow.
thank you, bam names, but it's next Tuesday.
It's next Tuesday, yes, indeed.
The big race out there is between Vanna Howard and Roddy Elliott.
That is correct.
Sam Meas is in it for the long run. So is Joe Espinola.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, see, now, to me, I'm old school again, and I grew up in a town where we had a lot of competition with each other and disagreements,
Friendly
but we
competition.
didn't hate each other.
Exactly.
We didn't, you went out and you had a cup of coffee or a drink with them. You can't do that. I'm almost at this point in my life, in the last few national elections, I never thought I'd see the day I'd be afraid to put a bumper sticker on my car.
So
That's frightening.
it is nasty out there. It's very bitter, very vitriolic, and then the leadership of the Democratic Party has done nothing. Nothing. They have not issued any statement.
Well-
I'm speaking. Well, it is true. It is true.
but if
Think
you-
about it. I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Linda,
Yeah.
if I may. I'm not going to name of any candidates. There are two of them. I text, I call. They never return my phone call. The minute I announce my candidacy for the state senate, how can it be possible? I mean, this is people who are running to be an elected official to represent the people of the first middle sex. But yet when another candidate from a different party texted and asked for a meeting, have a cup of coffee so that we can lay down the groundwork and how we want to run the campaign, never return phone call. And that's divisive, that is nasty. And this is the type of people who are running our state right now. They come to the voter, to your show, to any other TV show, smile, hug, I care about you, all of that impression, but the minute they are confronted by an opponent, an adversary, so to speak, they're just like, nah, I don't want to give you any time. I'm better than you. You are my enemy. But that's not how an elected official should act. People who have been in public government, public service, or public servant for 27 years, 30 years, they should know how, the public decorum. They should be the example of what decency is all about. But they're not acting like that. And I'm calling them out because if I don't call out, they will hide behind that smile, that fake smile, that fake,
I asked you
tolerance.
to look at each other on the monitor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
does. He does
Yeah.
it very well.
So it's that. It's shameful. Now, if I may, I want to take a minute to answer the person who wrote in. Please, don't leave the state. Stand your ground and fight for it. Why? Because if you leave the state and if America falls, there's no place else to run. And I'm telling you, as a former war refugee, running, dodging bullets, and foraging for food, skipping over landmines and all of that, it wasn't fun. It sucks big time. So stand up and fight for our rights and fight for our freedom. Remember this. A 1,000 miles journey must begin with one step. You take one step, I take one step. On February 3rd, you take that first step. And if you're unenrolled or Republican, pull out that Republican ballot and write my name in. All I need is 300 votes to be on the general election ballot. And on the general election ballot, whether you're a Democrat, you're a liberal, you're a conservative, Republican, blue, pink, yellow, and you believe in DEI, and if you subscribe to DEI, you want choice. The absence of choice is akin to authoritarianism. The absence of diversity is autocracy. Remember how Maduro started in Venezuela. They were all nice and everything, but once they're in power, they shut off their opposition completely. That's because the people were not given choice.
Well, how about the Boston media? What's the Boston media do?
They were bought and sold by the
the media
Democratic
was-
Party. The media sucks big time.
I-
Yeah, they're one-sided, and they're part of the problem. And that's why all of us should never leave. We have to fight for this state. I've been living in this state, except for 2 years, since 1996. Massachusetts is my hometown. Although I wasn't privileged to be born here, I'm proud to be a resident of Massachusetts. My kids are going to college in Massachusetts, and I want to fight for all of us. I want to lower taxes. I want to lower fee. I want to reduce the sales tax from 6.5% to maybe about 5%. Hold on the income tax. No more excise tax, as Maura Healey has been proposing, for a lack of a better word, and I apologize to Representative Warner Howard. Senate Bill, 32 or 2246, I believe, the mileage tax. No, we paid too much already. Anytime when we're given up our freedom to give it to the faceless, nameless bureaucrat, we are giving away our freedom, giving away our liberty.
I got two texts. The texts aren't coming through like I want them to, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So stop calling career politicians public servants. It's an oxymoron.
But one of my Democratic opponents has been calling himself, I have been a public servant for 27 years.
Okay.
Yes.
If you're expecting Amy Carnival, head of MAGOP, related to Mitt Romney, to do a good job, you'll be very disappointed. The Mass GOP lose seats at the State House every election. Bruce Tarr is very comfortable being on the constant losing team. Back over to you.
Thank you so much for the message. I have heard that message loud and clear. Not to call on Amy Carnival, who is the Mass GOP chair. I have not gotten a phone call from her at all. I left her one message. She never returned my phone
That's
call.
shameful.
Nothing. And
Well,
again,
why did it go to voicemail? I mean, I get a kick out of these offices. You call a state office during the day.
Mhm.
How dare you have voicemail?
I don't know. Yeah.
How do they let the phone go to voicemail?
Yeah.
Politician, you call everybody lives with their phone in their fist, and they go like, "I'll let it go to voicemail."
Yeah. They're entrenched. They're entrenched.
You call a lot of politicians that go, "You've reached 978-45." And I go like, "Why don't you even have your name on your answering machine?"
The point that he's bringing up, that in politics, if you're in politics and you run and you have the good fortune to get elected, you have a record. You ran for something that you hopefully believed in, and you wanted to do something for the public. So why wouldn't they want to stand? Why wouldn't they want to showcase what they've done?
Mm-hmm.
But what is the threat to be able to discuss it? I'm just, because I was a candidate, I had no problem getting up on the stage and discussing it. You knew there were differences. That's why you were running. You have differences. That's not criminal. We're supposed to be able to have differences. So why wouldn't you encourage that? Because it'll make them better people.
John, by the way, the camera is on the City Hall.
Yes, with that.
Yeah.
I'll put it back on you.
Okay, no,
Courthouse.
okay. All right, the courthouse. I'm sorry. I've never been a politician, never been elected to any office before, but I can guarantee the people of the First Middlesex that I will always be proud of my record, voting record, going to be my voting record, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree, but I'm going to stand by for that voting record. I will be happy to discuss my position, my reason for voting for that. For the other entrenched, self-serving politician, they want to hide that. They want to lie to you. They want to say all these campaign promises, but yet they voted straight party line. Rodney Elliott, Vanna Howard, Tara Hong, 100% party line. Because they are told what to do. This is a Democratic Party. If you are not, marching on the marching order from the Speaker of the House or the State Senate, you're out. You're done. You're not going to be able to do anything.
However, Pauline Gary, who is the best rep anybody could have, I feel, because she represents her district. And she does take on and she survives. So you got to start somewhere.
Well,
I know that she's only one voice in this whole. It used to be a delegation that worked together. Well, they're not going to work with her, even though they're all border towns. You're all on the border of New Hampshire,
right.
And there are certain things that they do down in Boston that aren't in our best interest.
Correct.
Being up on the New Hampshire line.
Correct.
She votes for her constituents.
Right.
And that's why she gets reelected. So take a page from her book. It's not going to kill you. It's not bad to disagree with the leadership. And
right.
if you do it consistently, then eventually things will change.
But the problem with DC is that in the case of the Democratic representative in Lowell, that they don't have a spine. They won't be able to go up to the Speaker of the House or his lieutenant and say that, on this particular bill, we have 130 some odd representatives already. 90% of them have voted in your favor. To save my face, so that I can face my constituent, just like Colin Gary, you go there with a knee pad, beg, let me vote differently. That way, there will be a strategy that they can come back and defend their position that on this particular bill, take the mileage tax, right? I call that, it's unfair.
Oh, that is the silliest thing. It's outrageous.
The language in that bill is so convoluted, I have no idea what it means, but so for a lack of a better term, I call it the mileage tax. So Rodney can go to the Speaker of the House or his lieutenant and say, Mr. Speaker, on this particular bill, I want to vote against it since you have enough votes already. But they're not doing that. People like Rodney, who've been around for a long time. I mean, Rodney was a page to a senator when I was foraging for food in the jungle of Cambodia. He knows the system. But Rodney wants to please everybody, but Rodney wants the exact favor. I know Rodney well. Most people know Rodney since he was in high school, in grade school. I know Rodney when he came strong, when he wanted to become mayor of the city of Lowell. He embraced me, he embraced my community like honey and fly, basically. But I guess we're not best friends anymore now that I'm running against him. And that's all I can say about Rodney's character.
But it's not personal. Why do we have to make it personal?
It's something that we need to ask these people.
It's how the game is played today.
Yeah. And that's a shame, John. That's a shame.
But
Linda.
it's how
You got to start somewhere.
And that's why
Sam,
I'm
you
doing
gotta
it.
start somewhere.
That's why I'm doing it, because I'm going to shake hands. And Eric and I have a very fiery response yesterday. Eric still owed me a phone call for tea or coffee. Eric, you need to earn my respect. And we need to earn each other respect. I want your mayoral.
That's what you should have said the first time.
Yeah. I want your mayoralship here in Lowell to be a successful one, to be a memorable one. Not the one that you and I exchange a fiery response on live TV. And that is not conduct of becoming. And that is not something you want to be remembered, my friend.
And that's why the public doesn't vote, and they walk away from it.
Yeah.
They don't even realize they're hurting themselves. I want to be, again, I just think I'm enjoying listening to what you have to say, and I don't see it as a threat to anyone.
But
let the people have a choice.
But my candidacy is a threat to the power base, to the establishment. Remember, my candidacy epitomizes DEI. Think about it. Look at me. The color of my skin, my pigment, my thought, my ability to articulate. ideas and position.
He's
and
bragging he's the best looking candidate out there.
Oh, of course I'm the best looking candidate, John. I mean, there's no doubt. Think about it. Not a lot of gray hair at the moment. 55
You
years
wanna read
old.
these?
But this
Once I
is
get
what
them on the
immigration is supposed to be in America. Most of the hate is being fueled by the dishonest media. Well, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Most citizens don't think for themselves. They parrot the same lies coming from the press. Most of the hate is being fueled by the dishonest. Is that the same thing? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Respectfully, Ms. Gary said the audit was political. I know. She's fighting it also. Why? You know why? Because you're not going to agree with her on everything. I don't agree with it. I don't expect to agree with you or anyone on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate you because you don't agree on something that one particular issue, whether it's
Yeah.
electric or the mileage tax. If you can say to me, this is why I'm voting for it, then I don't hate you. I have to. And you know what? I'll tell you, having been in this situation, you learn, if you'll just listen, you might see a different side to things. It shouldn't be so.
It's
The
so
hostilities.
polarized. That's what I don't understand. When I meet this, elected official at the beginning, they were nice and kind, promised me this, promised me that, but once they're in power, when they're in office, they don't want to meet with me. They don't want to meet with anybody whose views differ from them or that they don't benefit them politically. And it's a shame, and we need to change that mentality. And for the people of the First Middlesex District, my liberal friends, this election on March 3rd, you have a choice. And that's what democracy is all about. And one more thing, don't vote for your friends. You know why? Think about it. If your cousin is an alcoholic, right, and you know that your cousin is an alcoholic, would you take her or him to the bar? You won't, right? So this self-serving, entrenched politician, he or she may be your friend, your best friend forever. They'd be the best person who can give the shirt off their back to you. But judging from their public servant career, they have been voting again and again and again against your interests. 100% of the time. They want higher taxes, they want a higher fee, they want to spend more money. Why would you do that? Case in point, fiscal year 2025, Massachusetts have a budget of $57.7 billion. About a month ago or two, they voted to spend another $3.2 billion. Just like that. Not even a blink. All the Democrats fall in line and voted for it. Now, I would expect the low delegation, Representative Vanna Howard, Representative Rodney Elliott, Representative Tara Hong, would, go in and pound the podium. Wait a minute. We spent $58 billion already. My city and town, my First Middlesex District are struggling to, balance the budget. I want that piece of $3.2 billion to my city and town so that the school are funded, so that the police department are funded, so that the project that in transit from the late Senator Ed Kennedy can be fully funded. But they didn't do anything. What happened to the $3.2 billion? From what I read, none of that, not one penny went to the city and town. To add salt to the injury, for those city and town that opted to open the casino, they were supposed to have more revenue from the casino, from the state. But guess what? With that $3.2 billion budget, that they voted for, that made the fiscal year budget to be about $62 billion. They actually lose money to all those cities and towns. So the entrenched, corrupt politicians on Beacon Hill are ripping us off. And I want you to know that. So don't vote for your friend. Just because your friend has been your friend for a long time, yes, buy him a beer, buy him a cup of coffee, steaks, Outback Steakhouse, chili, whatever. But don't vote. Because when you vote for your friend, you vote against your interests. When you vote for your friend who have been voting against your interests for a long time, it's just like taking a loaded gun and put it into your temple and blow it. because nothing will change. Your friend will continue to take marching order from the Speaker of the House and from the Senate President. And don't expect that your friend will do anything differently than what he's doing now. If he did not, if she or he has not done, has no spine to ask for more money on that $3.2 billion that they voted for, and you got nothing, your city, your town got nothing, your friend is lying to you. Your friend is not representing your interests. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Try me out. Just like Microsoft. Try me out. You don't like it? November, vote this man out. But if you do want change, if you do want choice, and you do subscribe to plurality, democracy, freedom, and liberty, accountability, and you do want to have that electric bill lower, try me out. Give me a chance. I will file a bill. I will have a senatorial hearing, demand for one. I don't know how yet because I've never been elected to office, but we will have one. Get those executives from National Grid, EverSource, to explain those, itemized billing that they charging you. They've been ripping you off all of this time. And perhaps rather than getting a discount, 15% or something like that, and then the National Grid, the utility company will charge you interest back again, all of those bills should disappear. We should have a transparent billing statement. We should have a gas pipeline with 5-inch diameter that would be bringing natural gas from the western field of Pennsylvania or Midwest. And remember, those natural gas pipelines are built by American, high-paying job American, to workers, unions or non-union. These are American jobs. And I do not want us to ever pay one more penny for natural gas shipped from the Middle East and unload by LNG tankers and ever again. That is the stupidest idea ever. I cannot believe that. The Massachusetts Democratic Party, with all its brain power, cannot even think of the ability to save us money and continue to use our money to fund country in the Middle East.
I got
Shame on
three
them.
checks I'm going to read here. DEI is Democratic talking point. Stop, we can see and hear you. So next one coming up is Mr. Meas. Was early coming to the program. Mr. Elliott always shows up late. That tells me everything about the individual. Last text for right now. Lowell is 70% financed by the state. The state runs the city. The city council are just puppets on a string. Back over to you guys.
Sam, what is your district? Now, where are you running? I know you're running in
Okay,
Lowell.
so the first Middlesex comprises of one city and 4 towns. That would be Lowell, Dracut, Dunstable, Tewksbury, and Pepperell.
And that's the change. It used to have Westford.
Correct.
And Groton.
I think Westford and Groton.
Yeah.
And Dracut wasn't part of it at all.
And
Yeah.
so your district is conservative.
Mostly conservative, yes. In 2024, President Trump won Dracut, I believe, by 10 points. He lost in Pepperell, Tewksbury, by a small margin, probably less than 10%, but he lost big and low.
But now when you look at those figures, then there are conservatives out there.
Correct.
And they do vote.
Yes, they do.
So it's, I think we need to step up, all of us, Democrats, Republicans, and encourage back to a two-party system.
Yeah.
Because that's, and not the hostility. I mean, we're not enemies. We're
not enemy. We are American. We work for the best interests of our people. I hate that because when I left communist Cambodia, I seen what a one-party totalitarian state done to the people. They have made the people become the enemy of each other. The politicians become the enemy of each other. They made them spy on each other. They made them distrust each other. And that's not what we are. That's not who we are. We are American. My liberal friends, my Democratic friends. I call you my friend because you're Americans. You're not my enemy. We are not enemy. We may differ on ideas and values, and the approach to resolve things. But we are American. At the end of the day, you know, you still go home, you still have to feed your family, and so do I. We all want the best for our family. We want the best for our children and grandchildren. We want the best for the futures. And we're not here to attack each other on a personal level. No. We're not here to tear each other apart, attack each other on minute things. We're here to help resolve problems that are requiring immediate but common sense approach to those things. My candidacy represents that choice, that opportunity to give you that choice for a long time. This district sorely lack. No one really has stood up and give you that choice. Now we have 3 candidates running a general election: Joe Espanola, myself, and whoever emerges as the finalist in the Democratic primary. That is the epitome of what a democracy is all about. So I encourage you, the supporter of your candidate, to go out there on February 3rd, support your candidate, vote for your candidate, and on March 3rd, reconsider my candidacy. What can I bring? Do you want change? If you don't want change, go ahead, continue to vote for the same candidate that you've been supporting for a long time.
Sorry, I can't put the text up on the screen, so I got 2. Unfortunately, most of the conservatives work for the state. And the next one is from Jeannie Balgus.
I don't think that.
Jeannie, good to hear from you. I got to meet Mr. Sam Meas at both the Cambodian peace vigils. He's a very nice gentleman, very affable, and I enjoyed speaking with him and meeting with him. I wish him the best. That's from Jeannie Balkus.
Oh, thank you, Jeannie.
I got one more to go here. It says, great show. Look forward to Mr. Meas coming back. Congrats, Linda, on your new grandchild. Back over to you, Lynn.
Well, my partner is Armenian refugees, so it's refreshing, and I think we all should take note to listen to how you feel and respect and love the country. You understand, you've lived in a different culture. And everybody, it's unfortunate that everybody doesn't get to go. And John, you've been to Russia, you've been to different places, Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
And you see
You've been to Cuba, John?
Yes, Cuba.
Wow.
And he saw how they lived.
Yeah.
When President Obama opened the window to go to Cuba, we got to go to Cuba for a week. And they lived in 1955.
Yeah.
And they have no idea of 2026.
Wow.
They're happy, happy people.
Mm-hmm.
Love the place. And my favorite story to tell about Cuba was one of my friends that travels with me. She says, we're on a guided bus tour. And the girl says, she's telling all the story. And so one of my friends, Kelly, says, ask her to bring us by the missile silos. So I said, hey, can you bring us by the missile silos? And she said, oh, your history is different from ours. When the Russians tried to bring their missiles here, our Fidel told them, bring them back to Russia. He would not accept them. That's what they're taught in school.
Yeah.
Well, we're being taught a lot of it, the same nonsense in school these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the winners write the rules, write the history.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Just like Northerners wrote the history, Thanksgiving. Well, the Pilgrim came to America first, right? But no. I grew up in Virginia, so I'm sorry, I'm not digging New England. I hope I won't lose any vote, but Jamestown, Captain John Smith, was the first permanent settlement in America. And my adopted grandfather was one of the researchers for Jamestown. He was very active there. So I knew a little bit about the first permanent settlement in America, Jamestown, Virginia.
We're not teaching history anymore.
Yeah.
They're not teaching civics.
No, we're not.
And people need to start getting involved. So I just, again, I'd appeal to all the Republicans out there and unenrolled. You have an election. I know it's cold and there's snow. It takes 10 minutes to go in and vote. It's not like you're going to have lines. Just go in and pick up a ballot. And everybody, it's like when people
All
come.
you waited to do was go vote.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal,
It's not a big deal.
You're coming from somewhere, you're going somewhere, whether it's to work or to the supermarket, just swing in and vote. It's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
gonna take 5 minutes.
Because the forecast for Tuesday is not a good one.
No, but it doesn't
No.
matter, the sun can be shining and they still don't go.
Yeah.
So it's very important, come on, let's
Yeah.
all step up.
It's a civic duty, and if you want change, you have to make that change. And that change begins within yourself. If you're not willing to make that change, nothing will change in Massachusetts. You will continue to have a one-party state who run roughshod on you left, right, and center. And should Maureen Healey get elected again, boy, remember that $10, $15 you save on the electric bill? It's going to come back and pound on
with
you
interest.
strong. And with interest. There you go.
They got interest,
Yeah,
that's
they
the
got-
thing.
yeah.
It really
Tuesday's
galled
supposed
me.
to
Think about that tonight. When you get home, or if you're home right now, take out that electric bill. I know most of you have online. Log on to your online account, review that electric bill, print it out, carry it with you, right? Put it in your pocket. And if you ever have an inkling of not going to vote on Tuesday, take out that electric bill. And if it doesn't piss you off, nothing will. Nothing will. Put that, clench it into your arm. National Grid gas, National Grid electricity. Put into your arm while you're driving, looking at it. If that doesn't piss you off, nothing will. And nothing will ever change. But if that pisses you off, come and vote. Rain, shine, or snow. If you're a Republican or unenrolled, please pick up a Republican ballot and write my name, Sam Meas. And that's it, so that I can be on the ballot on March 3rd in the general election, so that I can stand up and fight for you. That change begin with you. Begin with you on Tuesday. Don't sit home and complain. I'm telling you, sitting home and complaining, writing, posts on Twitter or X, on Facebook, social media, nothing will ever change. Billions and billions and billions of your dollars are being wasted, abused, and squandered away. They're being scammed right now. The state of Massachusetts have a $57.7 billion, and they went $3.2 billion over budget. Doesn't that piss you off? And none of the elected representatives question it. They voted for it without a blink of an eye. And that's your hard-earned money. And none of that $3.2 billion came back to your city and town. None of that came back to the first Middlesex district. Think about that. Think about that. Voting for your friend is not the best thing. Remember what I said. If you have an alcoholic cousin, if you can keep taking him or her to the bar, it's not going to help her. It's the same thing. You have a politician who has been lying to you and voting against your interests years after years after years. What makes you think that he or she will change when he or she is getting elected to the state senate? Nothing will change. Change begins with you, begin with your heart. Change is when you think that the interests of your children, your interests in the present and the future of your interests of your children matters. Make that change. Change it yourself. Politicians will not change, especially if they are from an entrenched, powerful, with supermajority rule.
Well, a good idea is to keep their printed material and present it to them the first time they come to the show. Hey, you said free parking in downtown Lowell. When's it coming? Well, I didn't say that. It's on your stationery here.
Well, these
keep that
candidates, they put their self on the line. It's not easy being a candidate.
No, it's not.
You can give them 5-10 minutes and go in and vote. You owe it to them. You owe it to yourself.
Mhm.
Because we all are upset. I know we're all upset about the government, and particularly in Massachusetts. And, hey, here's your chance to make a difference. At least show them. I mean, they're going to keep doing it if none of us vote.
Correct.
If we don't vote, they're going to say, oh, they must be very happy with the way
Correct.
things are going.
Yep.
So just get off your butt and just go vote.
Yep.
Come on. Tuesday.
Tuesday, February 3rd.
So whatever you're doing, put it on your calendar. Put it in your phone.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do. I know that I'm old. I
Now-
have to put it in my phone to remind me to go.
So for the people who live in downtown Lower Massachusetts, my understanding is that the registry of deed lease is up. Yesterday, John and I were talking about having an anchor store. My vision is to have a supermarket, a sizable
Wow.
one. Not doesn't have to be a big one, but it would be an anchor store that open past 6 o'clock. As a state senator, I would work very hard with your state rep, whether it's Vanna Howard or whether it's Rodney Elliott. I will work with them, or Tara Hong, the city council, to convert that building, find money for that building, and convert it into a nicely run supermarket so that the people in downtown Low have an opportunity to walk,
Yeah.
save the planet, buy grocery after you come back from work in Boston, taking the commuter rail, come back, and take the bus to your home to downtown Low and shop. Right now, most of the shops, most of the restaurant, I say most, but not all. There are some that are open late, but most of the convenience, places close after 5 or 6 o'clock, and the people who commute, the commuters, don't have that opportunity to come and shop in downtown Low, and that's why downtown Low is not vibrant. Downtown Low is dead. And
Tomorrow,
that's why.
City Life, we're going to have Evelyn Thorne's going to be. I don't know. Sam Chase might be coming. There's no Bob Hoey tomorrow, and great show today. That's why Governor Healy is called Mara, the horror show. Healy, her politics are very scary. Back to you, Chris. Time is short.
Wow. Just the fact that anybody would have the gall to put in a bill to charge a tax on mileage. What else can they charge us for? I mean, they tax everything. The millionaires tax. You make money, we're going to charge you more. I mean, they find these insidious things, and they keep telling us all this money is going to come back, and where is the money? I agree with you on that. Marijuana legalized, we're going to get all this money. Where is it?
Well, Linda, it starts right at the local level. All the money that you got for marijuana, why didn't your taxes come down?
Yeah.
What happened to that? They got all this, the food tax. My taxes didn't go down.
No.
They found another place to blow that money.
Right.
If you give the government more money, they'll find a place. Your taxes are never coming down.
No.
No.
They're going to blow your money.
Exactly.
And I don't want, at this point in my life, I probably can't move. But I grew up in Massachusetts. I like Massachusetts. I like
So
New
do
England.
Yeah,
What you
Massachusetts-
should do is consider going to school to create a not-for-profit. And just start a not-for-profit and use Vaz Art as the stand. That's be the building block of your not-for-profit. And you don't pay any taxes.
That's right.
Open a not-for-profit. They love the not-for-profits.
I know.
Linda, you may want to open a layering center. It's very profitable, I'm told. And then on top of that, you have an auxiliary transportation company. Whew, I'm told, very, very profitable.
Well, we don't know what a Leering Center is, but we know the federal government will pay for it.
Of course,
The Leering Center.
yeah.
It's
Now, remember, in Massachusetts, I read it somewhere. I might misrepresent it. If I do, I apologize. There are 2,300 daycare centers open in Massachusetts within a 30-mile radius of Boston. That's huge. Why do we need 2,300 daycare centers in 1 year open?
And they're not cheap.
No,
It's out,
no, they're not cheap. Yeah,
And now they even have daycare for their dogs, which is not cheap.
no. But what I'm saying is that all of a sudden we have 2,300 daycare centers open. Where do they get those money?
If you can get a voucher to get your kid to a daycare center, why wouldn't you? If the government's going to pay for your kid to go to a daycare center, why
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
you?
it's what it's insidious. It's a tease. They throw these things like they're throwing you a bone and they care, but actually on the other side they're taking it out on the backside of you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no free lunch here.
Yeah, but I think you, Linda, you're being a very honest person here. But a lot of time, the participants in this program have insidious side deal. Just like in Minnesota. No kid shows up, the parent gets money, the daycare center get money, everybody's happy. They bill the American taxpayer for it. And that's why we need to have the audit. That's why we need to have outside audited and come and audit every agency in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and let the chip where it falls. People need to go to prison.
Well, you're all out there working. you're accountable. You have to be accountable
Mhm.
every day to somebody. I don't understand where we ever got the idea that the politicians, the government did not have to be accountable.
Well, they get votes. They protect their interests. They spend money. They
Well,
get votes. They get
but-
campaign donation, right, from those who the operators,
But
those
Sam-
agency, and then they get a vote from those people who get the benefits.
Well, they think they're getting a benefit. But the
Think-
people keep voting for them.
Linda, when you're coming from a poor country, we had nothing, right? And the average daily income is $1, and now you all of a sudden you make $3,000, $4,000 a month. That's a lot of money. You don't care because when you didn't make that kind of money, you just don't care anymore, and that's the problem. We keep.
And it's
on
never
vision.
enough.
It's never enough, and that's why I want to audit the state legislature, hire outside auditor to audit every state agency, expose the fraud, the waste, and the corruption, and put people in prison. That's the way it should be. That's what democracy is all about. And that whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter. Your tax money, hard-earned tax money, is being wasted, abused, and used to buy votes, used to curry favors, and it is inherently unfair to you. You work hard. I know that many of my friends who are Democrat, who are liberal, they work hard just as hard as anybody else, and they're getting the short end. It's never
There's
enough.
another word that's overused. Hard work is putting a fire out.
Yeah.
There isn't a lot of hard jobs out there.
True.
People work, I would change that. People work a lot of their time. Are spent away from home,
Correct.
working to give their family a better life. There
Thank
is
you, John.
most jobs are sit-down jobs. I mean, you go to a counter, you check out, they have a stool they're sitting on. It's tedious, but it's not hard.
Correct. Yeah. No, I
Stocking
stand correct on
shelves
that.
is hard.
Yeah.
Putting a fire out, hard. Chopping a tree down, hard.
It's hard. Yeah. Yeah. Agree. I agree on that. Yes, hard work is.
All the
overused
politicians
word.
love, I've been working hard. Really? Don't you have a seat at the State House?
Yeah.
Do you sit down there?
Yeah.
Why does your phone always go to the voicemail?
I always answer my constituents' email and phone call. Wow, isn't that your job?
But I love
you
how
get
you
paid
call.
$80-some thousand a year to answer phone call and resolve the issue,
I haven't-
and not going around campaigning.
I haven't called the State House for a long time because I have all the politicians' cell phones. But I used to call up and they answer the phone, plumbing. What are they? Don't they just say this is Senator so-and-so's office instead of calling it lumber? They have all these different departments and it's confusing. Do they still answer the phone that way, or do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
haven't
haven't called the state.
Fortunately, I haven't had to call them longer. Well, I know time's getting short. There's an election on Tuesday. If you're unenrolled or you're a Republican, just take 10 minutes, go and vote. And if you're from Lowell, go give them the district. Drake it.
If you're from
Tingsboro.
Lowell, Drake, Dunstable, Tewksbury, and Pepperell, please go out and vote on February 3rd. It's an election day. Polls open from 7 to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night. If you are a registered Republican or unenrolled, please afford me an opportunity. Pick up a Republican ballot and write my name, Sam Meas. And that's it. That's all you need. I need 300 votes from across the district so that my name can appear on the general election ballot on March 3rd. Thank you so much. My name is Sam Meas.
And God bless America.
God
Sam,
Be
bless
thank
America.
you.
safe
Get a
out
picture.
there and dress warm.
And it's
Thank you
wicked
for
cold
watching.
out there. I mean, it's like 2 degrees out there. The wind is coming out
Oh,
of
the wind is coming. It's cold.
southwest now, so the wind is changing.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.